E aí guys, tudo tranquilo? Aqui quem fala é o Tiroteio e voltamos aqui com Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Olha, 1 minuto e meio, porém, what the hell? Aí sim, cara.
I
Tá
tried to
de
find
noite,
Bob
pá.
Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail and now he was running the whole shebang.
Vamos ver, eu vou continuar aqui. Essa acho que não gosto muito dessas arminhas de 12 aqui.
So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Muito bom esse jogo, cara. Meu Deus, mano. Não vou parar de falar, é muito bom esse jogo.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Me arrumei pra cabeça.
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards
Acertei um.
down.
Que
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
tô com pouca bala, velho. Um segredinho aqui. E pelo menos. Não, cadê o menu de pepitas? Ah, aqui, ó. Você vai ter como ler também, ó. Cancel, pupila daqui, lá, pá. Pô, o jogo tem história, mano. O jogo tem história. Pra cá.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Acabar com esse negócio, né? Ah, agora voltou com as duas armas, ó.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
Olha que maravilha. Bora andar no passinho.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards.
Ah, desarmar mesmo. Vou falar que não vai.
A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Quando eu esqueço,
You
mano.
blow us up now.
Narrativa é
Don't
boa.
worry, I know what I'm doing.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
É parte da... Se agacha na minha frente, mano. Aí vocês brincam, né, caralho? Aí vocês brincam com perigo, hein? Aquele aí tem máscara na cara.
So, what happened then? Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
E mais uma vez
It
pra
must
mim.
have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Eu tava procurando onde é que vai a narrativa colocar. Beleza. O bagulho é muito doido.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Vou colocar mais uma aqui.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
I'm gonna blow your... Stop that.
Não vou brigar com você, cara.
You ready for a belly full of buckshot? You're gonna have to do better than that.
Só no corpo que ele morre. É merda, não dá pra ver mesmo. Tem uma, não dá pra ver que protege a cabeça com ferro. O ferro é bom, né? Caraca, já encheu, mano. Encheu muito rápido.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Ó. Você viu o bug?
Of course, I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I could, well, die.
Ai, que bug. Só mostrar, velho. Jogo bem feito. Vamos ver como eu vou chegar ali. Ah, eu cruzo aqui e descer ali. Tá certo. Deve ter outro caminho. Ele deve ser um caminho secundário. Muito bom esse bug. Liga no caminho secundário. Não. Quero ler nada agora não. Cara, é grande, menino. Onde eu tô indo? Tô louco, cara. Onde eu tô indo, pelo amor de Deus? Não é possível, pera aí. Ó, essas horas que serve isso aqui. Ah, do outro lado. Tava perdidinho.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment, whew, Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today.
Tava pertinho, bicho.
Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge.
Ó, o caminho
Well, it was a touching reunion.
Ó, o caminho.
But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Kill that enemy! Make him bleed! Send him to forget!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
Big Fraser and Kid Curry asked me! Damn fruit that asshole! That's it, son of a bitch! He's tearing right through us!
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse,
Calma,
Kid
galera.
Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Nossa, esse chato. O Kid Curry. Chatão.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Contra a Gallagher não posso fazer muita coisa.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Ué, não vai explodir não?
This is the last mistake you'll ever make. It's not fair. Damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this son-of-a-bitch out. That smells like a dead fat bastard. Give me a hand here, goddammit. You're gonna bleed.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself.
Nossa, ele apareceu, eu acho, pela frase. Acabei destruindo lá.
You can't beat me. Damn. God damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this son-of-a-bitch out. Keep coming, bastard. Give me a hand here, goddammit. Got you a new one. This is gonna hurt. Fight this cocksucker.
Vai vir nele.
Are you kidding me?
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down.
Agora sim.
And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Personal Man. E aí vem ele. Vai se mexer pra caraca, né, velho? Puta, fica quietinho. Quietinho, seu safado.
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Pouco mais.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me, Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch's Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
O cara levou um tiro e não morreu. Agora morreu.
Those were his last words.
Morto com honra. Bom, mais que não merecesse, meu amigo. Por mais que tu não merecesse.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James. Esse eu não conhecia também, cara. Ó.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Ah, nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
É, rapaz.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Grana e tanto. 40 mil pra época, né? Não, pra época não, porque é meio pro lado dos Estados Unidos aí, então dólar, tá ligado? Uma grana e tanto mesmo.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Pô, tio, aí você é lacrado comigo.
Now wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Olha a narrativa de novo. Cara era foda.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Tá tudo em dia, cara.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head.
Pela lentalidade, eu acho que eu tô com a coisa.
Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Vai aparecendo, hein?
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks and been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you. Never heard so much malarkey in my life.
Normalmente tiraga do joelho, tá ligado?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off.
You seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Nossa, é sério que eu pisei fora?
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Estava precário, que bom. Que bom saber, cara. This is Silas Greaves. Ele tá tirando, cara. Bugadão aí, cara.
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
Ui, cai não. Que, cara. Opa.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Como é que passa aqui? Tem que subir. Ah não, pô. Perdi a oportunidade.
I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train. Or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Nossa, morri. É, não dá pra trocar bala com essa merda não. Bem complicado. Mostra que você não é jaço, né? Alguns jogos mostra que, pô, chorar e rolar que você é jaço. Aí é complicado também. Ai que bugado, agora não ficou escuro. Pô, pelo amor de Deus, cara, para com isso. Segunda vez já. Mais uma vez, comprar aqui. Tentando aí secar o pote, né? Foi de rodo. Mas não vai adiantar a galinha pra mim porque... o negado tá na minha frente, né? Nossa, eu tô de rodo. Caraca. Pô, esse é o episódio que eu mais morri, cara. Pera aí, acho que eu tô... acho que eu tô marcando, tá? Tô marcando, né?
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Eu vou testar na boca, não vou testar certo.
Sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Tá ligado? Tô quase, cara.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. It was definitely safe on the inside of the train.
Nossa senhora, pelo que eu morri, cara? Vou escapar. É sério.
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Lá do outro lado. E mais um
You had a
duelo.
showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you
Caraca,
run, does
velho.
it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Difícil concentrar esse cara.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
80%
What
de
about
foco
that
mesmo
Jim
sem
fella?
nada.
What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Molhar a garganta. 100% de velocidade e 80% de foco. Recompensa favorita: piscar de olhos. Êxito de 183 pontos, cara. A pressão tá ruim, caraca. Mas é isso aí, guys. Muito obrigado a todos por ter assistido aqui. Se você gostou desse vídeo, deixe aquele like, compartilhe esse vídeo, que ajuda grandemente o canal. É isso aí, guys. Muito obrigado a todos. Um forte abraço e falou!